Risk of Rain 2, a game designed for you to get more damage, to kill more enemies in order to progress further in the game.
We're talking about damages?
Yes, engineer, we are. And actually, with your help, well, the help of your two little friends, I was able to complete a run to stage 15, dealing a total of 0 damage. Let me show you. Now, the biggest two things that I had to worry about was A, myself staying alive. That meant getting enough movement items that I could dodge the enemy's attack because I wasn't allowed to attack them with my primary or secondary myself. The second thing is keeping my turrets alive. That means A, getting them bustling fungus, but B, making sure that their damage output is high enough so that I don't have to worry about them dying to monsters attacking them. Also, what I had to worry about was turrets not dealing AoE damage. That means if there's a dozen enemies on my screen and a dozen more coming, it is really, really hard to do crowd control when I only have two turrets shooting at two enemies at once. It became very hectic very fast. So I died on my first run, right? So I went back in, this time getting some more bustling fungus. Instead of getting movement immediately, I got a chrono blade, which slows down enemies on hit, and I got lucky and I got an equipment on the first stage. I got a Gobo Junior. What this will do is when I activate it, it will shoot out essentially a clone of myself. It's another one of me to do damage, to place down sentries and get a lot more DPS, but since it is a minion, it is not counting as direct damage. What I didn't want to do this run was get things like missile launcher, get things like a ukulele. That felt like a sellout. It felt like a cop-out way of, getting damage. So I really, really tried to home in on just only damage from my minions, nothing else. And just like that, I was in an infinitely better spot than I was last round. I was stacking up on my fungus, getting some regenerating scrap, and getting some lens maker's glasses so I can actually do some damage. Still lacking AoE, but doing enough damage where it did not matter quite as much. So we're not just making here. We're still standing 2 out of 4. Not bad. Just got a little bit of movement now, so we can just run around. Ooh, those are frozen. 5,000. Yep, here we are. Don't fall off. Huge. One a ye. And one a ye. Look at that. We just became infinitely better than where we were. At this point, I felt really strong. With a happiest mask and a clover, this is how I planned to do massive amounts of minion damage. I don't know if we can get there, to be honest. Okay, it's Sky Meadows. I know where like most of the new places are on this. Oh, those are some giant gups. And they hurt. Are you kidding me? And just like that, an hour into our last run, we died once more. So we went back in it. This time I tried to survive on straight up heals. 7 bustling funguses straight off the start, hoping that my sentries would deal enough damage and that they wouldn't die. Well, remember when I said AoE was a problem? That became evidence because the beetle guards have too much health, and whenever I would do damage to the queen, the sentries would change targets and they'd heal right back. But 25 minutes into this run, this happened. Is there? Probably not. Something fell. Is that a... Is that a red item? Oh my goodness, fellas. Run might be saved, run might be saved, run might be over. Get me out, get me out, get me out! Dude, off. Off, just off. Just off, dude, for 25 minutes. So I clearly needed a change of plans, which is why I didn't start the next boss fight until I had 8 bustling fungus and a 100% crit chance with my lens maker's glasses. And let's just say that helped immensely in killing this boss. I may have started off a little bit slow, but I had the items that I needed in order to have a very strong foundation going into the rest of the run. Whatever else they're spawning. Hopefully they stay alive. I don't know. They're healing quite well. Awesome. Grand. Superb. Fantastic. Everything is going the way that it needs to go. And that way was this way, because by stage 3 I had 14 bustling funguses, I had great movement, I had enough regenerating scrap to get me a red each run, and I had a happiest mask. Things were dying relatively quickly, and let me just show you how the rest of this plays out, because it only got easier from this point on. Oh, we should have got a squishy star. I guess we can still get one. We'll need a good one. We're not getting that many minions. Is there a minion cap? Like, as far as it goes. This guy should be doing 424. Yeah, they're affected. They are certainly affected. Play Doomstriders, more like play Dead Geysers. What's not so great about the turrets at this point in the game is that they don't do much damage. You can have laser scopes, you can have crowbars, you can have delicate wristwatches. Your sentries are not going to be doing a crazy amount of damage. You're also still not going to be doing any AoE damage. However, you can kind of counteract that with a bunch of happiest masks and a bunch of clovers, because at any point in the game you're going to have more allies on your screen than you're going to have enemies attacking you. What I did want to see is how much damage we could actually do. I still didn't want to get any proc items, but I had the idea of getting a few behemoths just to see if we could take our small amount of damage and make it into something massive. Awesome. Laser scopes. And then get some of these friends. Hello, scavenger. I'm real sorry to do this to you. 2,000 a hit as well is so cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh my.
A few moments later.
We are definitely doing some AoE damage though. Between 2,000 and 4,000. Here. Oh my, something hurt. Something. What the hell, dude? I said something hurt and then I died. Don't know what, but it hurt. think they need to be up here anymore, but they're going up here. $383,000 damage in about 2 seconds. And after I had turned both my turrets into what essentially was stationary machine guns that shot 40mm mortar shells, I was ready to fight Mithrix. I didn't get one on the rock in time. And that one's just behind the rock. It does nothing for me. He's above me somewhere. And oh, he's still alive. I was gonna say, yeah, he's dead, but he's not dead yet. Let's put one. Bring my turret back and put one on the other side. Got both sides covered. Get full health first. Oh, that full health will probably go away once my Aegis is taken. It isn't. I still have it. Alright, start shooting whenever you feel like it. Thanks. Are those both engineer turrets dead? And Mithrix is dead. We did it. And Mithrix is back alive. However, I have a lot of minions. And they all are shooting at you. R.I.P. Myth, dude. Look at ya. They're still shooting at you while you're down. Through the void we go. One goes here. The other one can go there. So you're healing each other. And these guys are really getting messed up. GG's. I want to see my 0 damage win. Damage dealt 0. Most damage dealt 0. Minion damage dealt 42 million is crazy. 0 kill win. It finally happened. Ah, yes, dude. I'm so happy. If it would have said like damage dealt 4, I would have been so sad. I don't even know what would have caused it to happen. But look, deaths 0 points, kills 0, minion kills 3,700, damage 0, most damage 0. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that is so cool. That was really hard. As usual, it gets a lot easier as you go on, but like those first 5, 6, 7 stages are just like, dude, it's like a constant battle to stay alive. Well, that's 0 kills, 0 damage dealt challenge out of the way, gone and done with. Possible, yet difficult.